Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is Josh here, coming at you with a deck profile, and today I'm going to be profiling my Pendulum Magician deck. Earlier in the week, I opened up a booster box of Pendulum Evolution, and the cool thing is if you buy a booster box and if you just get a couple extra cards that are not in that set, you can put together a really good, fun deck, which is Pendulum Magicians. Now, this deck does get a little expensive in the extra deck area, but there are some cheaper replacements, and yeah, you can kind of just go from there. But this deck is really taking off because of the ban list, and it's been doing well at tournaments, so I decided to build it myself, and I've been kind of playing with it. So without any further ado, let's jump into this profile. I'm sure you guys know about all these cards already, so I won't spend too much time explaining things. But of course, to start off, we have our 3 double iris magician, as well as our 3 purple poison magicians. Then I also play 3 black fang magician, and of course 3 harmonizing magicians. She is your tuner, very, very important for this deck. And another very important card, 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. To the 2 ofs, I play 2 Oath Dragon Magician, and this isn't technically a magician card, but you have to play it in this deck. 2 Astrograph Sorcerer. So that's it for like the magician archetype, but then for the supporting cards, we play 3 Skullcrapat Joker, and I play 2 Pendulum Sorcerer. He's really good because you can pop your own magician effects, or you can pop your own magician cards and get their effects off, and then search out for your Joker. I also play the 1 Lester Pendulum. His effect is really good. He's a decent level 4, and he's got 1850 attack, which is not bad. Plus, he's an extra tuner for you. And then for the last monster I play the best card in the game right now, Maxi. So it is quite a beefy monster lineup. That's usually how it is in Pendulum decks, but you can get away with it, definitely. And you do play multiples of the monsters and of the spells, and therefore you get really accurate hands because your hands always look the same. So I also, as you'll see when we get to the spell lineup, I run Pot of Desires, but it works out quite well in this deck. So yeah, that is it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, I play 3 Duelist Alliance. This card was getting up there in price, but thanks to the legendary dragon decks, you can get 3 quite easily now. And this card I have a love-hate relationship with, 3 Wavering Eyes. Thanks to the ban list, this card is back. You have to play this, especially against the mirror match, but yeah, I just think it's also annoying, but you have to play it. And here we go, like I mentioned earlier, Pot of Desires. Just being able to get that extra draw is very important, and because you run multiple monsters and multiple cards, multiple of the same cards, you know, you're not gonna usually banish something important because you do play like 3 of everything, or 2 of a lot of things as well. So this card's really great. Another great spell card, we have 2 Star Pendulum Graph, and then I play 2 Pendulum Call. I am thinking about cutting this because it comes in handy every once in a while. However, I found myself really only needing 1, so I might take it out. I'm just not sure what to replace it with quite yet. And then for the last 2 cards, 2 traps, pretty easy. The only trap card you need, 2 Time Pendulum Graph. This card is awesome. If this card was not a thing, I do not think Pendulum Magicians would be doing as well as they are, or they wouldn't be quite as popular as they have been lately. But yeah, that is it for the main deck. It is 40 cards. Let me just grab the extra deck here. For the extra deck monsters, 1 Ignister. You have to play this in a Pendulum deck. 1 Psyframe Lord Omega. Really, really good card there. Same with this card too. Your opponent just usually has no answer to this. We play Beals. And then another MVP in the extra deck, we have one Supreme King Clearwing. Really good card that you can pick up in the legendary dragon decks as well. For the last synchro, I play the one Enlightenment Paladin. Moving on to the Exceeds, we play two Time Star Magician, one of the main cards that you'll want to go into if you run this deck. We do play a couple rank 4s, such as your Tornado Dragon, Diamond Dyer, Castell. Let's see, we got Abyss Dweller, Trapeze Magician, really good in this deck. The one Karen Gorgon, one Supreme King Dark Rebellion, and your Supreme King Starving Venom. So yeah, that is the extra deck. You can run links in here, but there's really only like 2 or 3 extra deck monsters that I consistently go into. The other ones are situational, but if you go, I go into Omega a lot, and when he's banished and you bring him back, he goes back into your main monster zone, so he does free up your extra monster space where you can then go into like your Time Star or that kind of thing. But you can definitely run like Decode Talker and like a Proxy Dragon if you want to. Space is very limited just because there's so many good cards, but I'll probably have an updated version because I think it would be cool to get a Decode Talker in here and then just have, you know, extra spaces available to bring out more of your extra deck monsters. But yeah, this deck is really fun. I'm sure you guys have seen and heard the hype regarding this deck, and I think you guys should check it out for yourself. It's really fun, fairly affordable. Like I said, extra deck is where most of the money goes into, but you can build the main deck if you pick up a booster box. They're pretty cheap off of like Amazon and some other online stores. I know some people's locals have been selling them for like a regular booster box price for like 60, 70 bucks. Do not do that. I got my box for 35 on Amazon, so really decent, and I got like all the cards for it pretty much. So yeah, that's it for this deck profile. Let me know what you think down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for future videos. Just some more stuff coming up. I will have 1 or 2 more deck profiles coming out next week probably, some openings, and then in the next week or 2, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Giveaway announcements. So stay tuned for that. And lately I have gotten a bunch of new subscribers, a bunch of new viewers, and I just wanted to say welcome to my channel, guys. Thank you. I hope you stick around, and I'm glad to have you. So thanks again. I'll speak with you soon, guys. Until next time, peace out and have a good one.